What's up, everybody? Welcome back to IGN's live show from San Diego Comic-Con 2014. We want you to be part of the show. Remember, you got to go to Facebook. You got to go like our page. You got to go hashtag IGN Live. Then make sure you check out Lucy and the Evil Within. All the plugs are out of the way. Let's talk about Kingsman. This is Roth. That's Samuel. That's Sophia. Hello, everyone.
Nobody needs an introduction.
No. That's the introduction. You're all the Kingsman.
We're here to talk about the Kingsman, the Secret Service, which looks insane. This movie looks so cool to me. I mean, all right, so let's talk about it. First of all, did you read the comic before you signed on or after, or did you just want to go off the script?
I read it after. I didn't know about it. I didn't know about it before. Yeah.
Before.
You read it before. Mm-hmm. How close does it tie in? And because it looks like there's some deviations, right?
Yeah, that's right. If I can put on my comic book nerd glasses, this trailer looks nothing like the comic I read, Sam.
Okay, so it's 40% close.
Okay. That's
How about that?
40%.
40's good.
It seems like the right idea.
Her character's black and male.
Yeah, well, this is an upgrade.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Tiny upgrade.
Let's talk about. We saw a little bit of your character. You play the baddie of the piece, Valentine. Got a very specific vocal cadence, a very specific look. Talk about some of the inspiration for this guy.
Well, my inspiration was the fact that he's a smart guy. There's this thing, when people look at people sometimes. And I was talking to Matthew about what I wanted to do with his voice and what I wanted to do with his, I guess, what some people would consider a handicap, because I stuttered when I was a kid. And people tend to think you're less intelligent when you have defects. And I think he uses that to throw people off. And that was part of my thing. And he's still part of the hip generation, even though he's like of a certain age. He's plugged into pop culture. He's plugged into all those different things. And he's just smarter than your average bear. And he's not averse to violence, but he can't perform it, so he has her.
Now, talk to me. I've seen some of if you guys have not seen this woman's YouTube videos, you need to, because your athleticism and your dancing is amazing. So talk a little bit about how that's going to play into the action in this one and what you guys do together or separately.
Right. Well, I did have to learn quite a bit of martial arts to perform and to play Gazelle. But it's easy for me to learn movements and to reproduce what I'm watching but I had to hit it. Like, I had to hit the trainers that I had, the stuntmen, and that was the difference, because when you dance you don't necessarily hit something, and that was like my approach towards it was a bit tough at times, But yeah, I played Gazelle, Valentine's hunch woman. A double amputee, with deadly weapons. I'm basically a killing machine.
A full-on killing machine.
Yeah.
So did it ever get a little dangerous in any of the stunt work, or does it become more beautiful and dancer-like?
Well, I wanted to look at it that way, and I was trained enough not to hurt anyone, and so it went peacefully. And it's not going to look peaceful, but it went peacefully.
It comes out very, very, very balletic to me. But when we're together, and we sort of had a real immediate connection, because we were sitting there reading with Matthew, and I started to speak the way that I speak in the film. She kind of looked up.
Yeah. Well, I walked in the room the first time I met him, and he gave me a big hug, and he called me, "Oh, my killer," and I absolutely loved it, and it was great for then after to play together, because when the film started, we already know each other for a very long time, I believe, and so we were reading, and then he had this very specific way of talking for Valentine, and I did not expect this at all, so I just looked up, and I could not talk, and didn't say my lines. Like, oh yeah, right. It's Matthew, I think, said, Sophia, you have to, it's your turn.
And then we talk between shots. We hang out, and there are times when she's actually, the tough one in terms of, look, you got to suck it up and do this, because this is what you have to do. And she's really good at, taking charge. And our bond was really genuine, because we didn't just talk about the movie when we sat around. We actually talked about life and careers and how we move on and what we do and how the business works and all this kind of stuff. So she was my girl. We were good.
You took her under your wing.
No,
my wing? I don't have a wing.
Really did.
I don't know that much about the business.
This is one of my biggest work that I've done as an actress, and just walking in a room and getting to work with Sam, being front row watching a master at his craft. But really, like I've learned so much, and he made me feel really comfortable and was really generous with everything. This
is a Matthew Vaughn take on the British spy movie. So like, what does a Matthew Vaughn Bond movie look like? I mean, tell us what we can expect.
It's hipper, definitely bloodier, and
how bloody is it?
It's pretty bloody. I mean, there's like one huge set piece that's going to happen in this film that's going to make everybody see Colin Firth in a whole new light.
That's my question. You are the expert on all things badass.
Yeah.
And when I think Colin Firth, love him, great actor, I think Love Actually, there he is. Like, how crazy does he get in this flick?
Woo! Oh, so good.
I can't wait.
So great. I mean, actors do a lot of different things, and he's never been put in this kind of position.
Yeah.
So when Matthew approached him about doing it, he had to approach him like a year before, because it was like, no, I'm not going to have a whole bunch of stunt guys dressed as you doing stuff.
Sure.
So from this point onward, when you say yes, you start training.
Wow.
And you get ready to do this stuff. And when you're watching it, I mean, when I watched that piece for the first time, before they'd even shot it, they were just shooting rehearsals. It's an amazing set piece, and you'll look at Colin. Nobody will ever look at him the same way again.
I'm super stoked for that. Roth, we have a question from Facebook. Remember, we keep asking you to come to the page like it.
Facebook has questions?
Yeah. Lucy wants to know, what attracted you guys to participate in this film? Sophia.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. It's just, you know.
The check?
It's just a check.
That check.
Well, you know, I got, the audition on a Wednesday, flew to London to meet with Matthew to audition on a Thursday. And that was like packed for 5 months, but you might, come back the next day, basically. So just, getting there and...
Well, you get that call, you have to go.
No, I mean, you have to go. And, you see the cast is like Colin Firth, Samuel L. Jackson, Michael Caine, Mark Strong, and the director is Matthew Vaughn. And, like, being, it just came out of nowhere, you know what I mean? And I felt like, oh, my God, I've been thrown into this world all of a sudden. And
you see a door going... stops. Okay, you can come in, or you can run the other way.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I want to come in.
There you go.
For you, was it just sort of wanting to attack this kind of character that, like you say, is maybe not what people expect from a villain?
I mean, I read scripts and I see the film in my head, and I see other films that I've seen like that would have attracted me, when I was a kid, or I would say, well, I can't wait to see this movie. Well, I can't wait to see this movie with me in it. So I choose scripts like that sometimes. I mean, I've watched Bond all my life. You watch spy movies, you see the gadgets, you see all the stuff. You wish you had the car that could shoot machine gun bullets out of the windshields or spray oil, or you had the cigarette lighter that turned to a camera or whatever. You wish you had those things. Unfortunately, I'm not that guy with that stuff, but I'm the next best thing. I'm the bad guy. I get to make that guy do things to me with those things. And it's just fun. It's the sort of movie that you say to yourself, hey, I'm going to this set, and I'm going to have the best time of my life, and I can't wait till I see it.
Rad. When does it come out?
October 24th.
Guys, thank you so much for coming by.
Oh, thanks for having us.
I want you to have a great Comic-Con, right? I mean that.
Yeah, you're going to have a big Comic-Con.
Oh, well, yeah, I got 2 more movies to talk about.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Never heard of them. It's all like Kingsman.
Well, one of them probably not, but the other one, a little bit.
Maybe?
A little bit.
Something with an A?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, whatever. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when news about this next movie, whatever, breaks, it'll be here on IGN because we're still going to be live streaming. So don't go anywhere. Right here. Right here on IGN. Gosh darn it, Samuel L. Jackson. Everybody, we'll be right back.